Hey guys, I wanted to take a quick second to talk to you about a new podcast premiering at Tribeca Film Festival on June 13th that I am going to be moderating a panel for. And guess who's going to be up on stage with me? One of our favorite people, Sebastian Maniscalco, who was a guest on Not Today Pal last year. You've heard of a Ponzi scheme, I assume. The term Ponzi scheme was originated by Charles Ponzi, a broke immigrant in Boston who became one of the richest, most infamous men in America in just 9 months. This guy swindled today's equivalent of $250 million from thousands of investors and upended the world of finance in the process. The series is called Easy Money, The Charles Ponzi Story. It's an 8-episode podcast from Apple and at Will Media. Sebastian Maniscalco is the voice of Charles Ponzi. We're going to be premiering it live on June 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to buy tickets, go to tribecafilm.com/easymoney. That's tribecafilm.com/easymoney and use promo code Tribeca10D. That's the number 10 and the letter D like David, all one word, for a discount. Tickets are selling fast, so hurry up and get yours now, and I hope to see you there.
Not today, pal.
So much to talk to you about sometimes. I don't even know where to start.
You riding high from that Catan win?
Yeah, I beat you in Catan. I got...
You were, though... Do you use this when you gamble? Because, so, you were so calm, and then you would look at what number you wanted to roll, and you would roll the dice, and 9 times out of 10, it would be the number that you wanted.
I was putting it out into the universe.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. It's why I was so silent, not just because I was losing, but I was like, what? I need to learn this skill.
You got to put it out into the universe. You got to ask the universe.
But
If you don't ask the universe...
you do it in like a very... But it's the vibe in which you're putting it out that's making it happen. You need to fucking bottle that or charge money for that because you would be a billionaire.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Well, speaking of voodoo, what do you got around your neck? What is this new necklace?
This is a necklace that has a prayer in it that somebody gave me a really, really long time ago. And when I first started dating Cutter, I gave it to him and he wore it every day when he played baseball and he had an amazing year. So this is kind of a necklace that him and I pass back and forth to each other when we're just feeling like we need like a little, like, I don't know, juice, like a little, you know.
Like it.
Yeah. So that's what you're picking up on.
We had...
There's no voodoo. Well, maybe there is.
I don't know. What is the opposite of serendipity? Can you look that up, Chad? What the opposite of serendipity?
Bad luck?
Is it bad luck? Because we had some of that recently. I was walking into a restaurant to pick up my food, and I got attacked by a bird.
Explain attacked.
Attacked. Like... kamikaze dive in at my head. Jamie, I'm telling you, this was...
You were like full beak pecked at.
I don't know if the Yankee hat looked like some sort of net. I don't know what was going on, but then I did realize that they were all up in this tree squawking like crazy. I don't know if another bird was hurt or they were like crows, but they're like Austin crow. You know that they're called something else. Like screechers or whatever.
Grackle?
Yeah, the grackles.
A
Jamie,
grackle?
kamikaze...
Did it hurt?
Into my head. I mean, it so took you out of...
The feathers in your face, everything?
No, but here's what's great. It actually makes you so present. Like you know, you're always thinking about something else or whatever. When this bird hits you, there's nothing in the world but this bird.
Yeah.
And you're under attack. I was fully under attack. Yeah, this is the guy who came after me.
Whoa, those are nasty looking.
Nasty. This thing is nasty. And it wasn't just like...
So what, just came down, barreled down on your head
and
then
it was a hit, and then
off?
like it was like, I don't know if it was like pattern. You can't see because you're like, what the fuck? It was, and here's the reason it's the opposite of serendipity, because so now I walk in, I get my food, I walk out, I look up, I see a camera on the outside, and I go, we're about to have the best podcast of all time.
Did you get it?
So we have a friend who works at this restaurant. I reach out to the restaurant and I go, I need that footage. I told them exactly what time it was, the day this. They come back and they go, that camera's not recording. And I go, then what the fuck is it there for?
Yeah. Just to make people nervous? that
I
they
don't
would be
know.
caught?
What do you put? That's such an
I
Austin,
really
by
thought
the
you were
way.
about
Listen,
to. And by the way, I thought you were about to reveal the video, and I was thinking in my head, wow, he played that so well. I did not see this coming.
I would have loved nothing more.
Oh, wow.
But now that I don't have the video, it's on for life with me and birds. For life.
I understand.
Yeah, I don't care if it's the same type of bird.
I'm not a fan of birds.
I never was.
You saw what they're ripping up my fucking patio roof.
Yeah,
Trying to make a fucking nest every year. Every April and May, those things every fucking day. We have to build like weird things to try to block them. My kid's cutter was squirting them with water guns.
People always say we have a platform. What do we use it for? I think we're anti-bird.
Yep.
I think we're the anti-bird pod.
People.
I think we have to go in.
Yeah. Oh wow, we have support from the booth.
Some bird haters back there.
Yeah, fuck birds, bro.
There we go.
Wow, I didn't know.
Weak ass dinosaurs. They ain't doing shit.
Wow.
Oh,
okay.
That's what they are.
Weak ass dinosaurs, but
Chad, you said you like
survivors.
birds or no?
I like birds.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but like, in what way?
In like the way that they're, I don't know, they don't bug me. They're pleasant.
If you got attacked by one, would it change?
Listen to this story.
If I got attacked by one, I would be annoyed with that particular bird, but not all birds. No, I wouldn't take it out on every single one.
Wow, fair guy, Chad.
I think I'm going cougar. You clapped.
Hashtag not all birds.
Okay.
I'm
I just think they're
we
like
could be anti-bird.
I just feel like I've seen many videos of birds just fucking snapping on people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they seem cute and they're chill, and then they, when they like just turn and like charge at you. I do not want to see a large bird charging at me.
Everyone's had the at the beach, seagulls getting a little too rowdy.
Oh, yep,
you
they
know,
get
that
a little
thing.
too
But also
confident.
for some reason at the beach, I'm like the seagulls. This is their area. I kind of give it to them. I'm like I'm not here a lot.
Sure.
They are. I
Sure.
give it to them.
Sure.
In the streets, the streets are mine.
My house is mine.
I know. Yeah, you can't
Wow, fuck birds.
fuck birds. Yeah, I think that's. Can we put fuck in the title? The title of this episode, fuck birds.
Fabio.
Yeah, you've seen this, right, Jamie?
No.
Oh my God. Make it full screen.
Wait.
I don't want Jamie to see the title.
He's going on a roller coaster?
Yeah.
Fabio.
Yeah, you think he's so good looking he might actually fuck a bird. That's not what's about to happen.
Not what I was thinking.
Oh, well, that's what I thought. What happened, James?
Wait. Fabio's so bloody and everyone looks terrified. What? This was fake.
He hit a bird.
Of all places for that bird to hit on that roller coaster, they hit Fabio in the nose?
Yeah, right in the face.
Oh, and
he's
he talked
traumatized.
about it.
Like it was a miracle, but it wasn't a freak accident, and it's going to happen again. And I cannot live with my conscience knowing that the ride is still running, and maybe a person or even a child can be killed.
Wow, he's
That's the blood of the bird?
You get looks or you get the brain, I think.
Yeah,
And
well,
here,
God is fair. but is that the blood of the bird?
It could be both. It could be a little of both. But yeah, the bird's dead.
I don't see a single feather. Again, there's no feathers. There's no. I call bullshit, Fabio. I think he planned this shit.
Wow,
I
for
think
press?
he had Yep. I think this because Fabio needed some heat.
Maybe he's anti-birds too, and this was his way to push out the message.
Wow, fuck Fabio. Fuck birds, fuck Fabio.
Or do we get Fabio on and go even harder on fuck
Where
birds?
you at, Fabio? We got a seat right here I'll even sit on this side.
Oh, you want to sit with Fabio?
I stopped on this side after Howie, but I'll come back over here for you.
Wow. Okay.
Only Cutter gets me on this side. Now you too, Fabio. If you will tell us the truth about the bird. I call bullshit.
But see now, okay.
Funerals cap. Fabio hitting bird cap.
Speaking of funerals cap, Chad, I got something for you on the funerals cap.
Yeah, baby.
On the funerals cap
wow.
Find buoy at Capitol Mortuary Services, or CMS, and 53-year-old Aaron Ali, the head of Med to Market, a medical training facility, are accused of abusing a corpse by experimenting on severed arms. Police were tipped off by a Texas Funeral Services Commission investigator who said Bowie was fraudulently using a former embalmer's name for death certificates and injecting formaldehyde into severed arms to see the effects over time. APD says there was a project thread called Freedom or Experiment.
Thread showed materials including photos of severed arms and discussions on tissue decomposition.
You can't even die
mold
anymore,
growth,
you know?
And the use of materials like fishing line to suture the specimens.
Police also looking into allegations that Bowie was using her status as a real estate agent to have families list their homes with her to pay for funeral expenses. Plus, they're investigating claims of employees being told to dispose of body fluids in unapproved places. Bowie told police about 15 bodies were experimented on with the permission of Med to Market. Ali says they contracted with CMS for transport and cremation and told police it was embalming, not experimenting. The Texas State Funeral Commission says CMS was not approved to be an anatomical facility.
We can
so
stop
what
it
they
now.
were doing
They were
was
stealing the bodies to do their own little science experiments.
Yeah, by the way, this reporter is boring.
Yeah,
She's
God,
droning on. It's like, get to the
God.
point. Just hit us with 30 seconds. Like, these guys are fucking taking 15
Yeah,
bodies
that
and
was-
shoving them full of...
sounded
they're
like a
experimenting.
computer.
But also, the reason why I specifically clipped this one, this is Austin, Texas. Yeah.
You know, I really did think they were going to say that they were doing more like fucked up shit to the bodies.
Well, we don't know what they were doing, you know? They were doing their own kind of...
Just arms.
Who
A
knows?
lot of severed arms.
Well, that's all they
Wow.
know for now. But I think they were doing crazy shit with the whole... Maybe they only found the arms.
Well,
Yeah. There are moments like, you know, we've talked about you smoking weed on this show and like possibly doing an episode stoned. This is one where I think it would be the best if you were, but we have to just show
Okay.
the clip. So we haven't, surprisingly, you know, we've done hundreds of episodes of podcasts between this one, our other one. We haven't talked about Sex in the City a lot, but we were around those people
yeah.
a good bunch. And so on YMH recently, they played, I guess, Kim Cattrall. They were doing an interview with her. And yeah, they had beef, right? Like the Sex and the City women, like Sarah Jessica
allegedly.
Parker, Kim Cattrall.
I think that's what they. No
Well, I think
one's
I think Kim Cattrall has talked about that.
Oh,
can you look
really?
that up? Kim Cattrall talks Sarah Jessica Parker beef. Yeah, I think
that's why she wasn't in the
Movie.
revival.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think they full
the
on
TV show.
Yeah, I think they've admitted like there was beef and there were
Oh,
problems.
That makes
and-
me so sad.
right. And what I was gonna say is she was always very kind.
So nice.
Very sweet.
So cool. All of them were.
They were all always great, but Kim Cattrall, like I was always like, oh, she's cool, she's cool. Then you see this video, and I guess she did an interview with somebody, and she's like, well, you know, I like to scat while my husband plays the stand-up bass. And she's like, we do it in our house, just the two of us, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, hey, can we get a look at that? And they say, yeah, sure, come on in. And here's...
I read poetry and sonnets, and he plays the upright bass. Yamakipiebo, sedere facebo, in dog Latin, he quoth, Uge, sophist, hooray! Well, he bit all the he-dogs and winked at all the she-dogs. The town never knew such a hullabaloo as that little dog raised till the end of that day.
I feel like I'm watching a couple on in like a Christopher Guest movie. Do you know
We
what
just
I
have a
mean?
good
Like
rhythm
this is like the
together, you know,
new.
he sort of feels me out. I feel
You could pause
him
it, I
out.
think. Somebody said she's like Jan from The Office, which is like, which is
That
very
is
true.
such a good one.
But it's
Wow. Someone who what?
yeah,
that one?
that's the part that gets
Wow.
real love. Yeah, what do you think of this?
You know,
I wish you were stoned for this, by the way. I just
Kim Cattrall in Mannequin, like that's that Kim Cattrall. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
that makes sense to me. Wow.
because when they were
You know,
on YMH, I was watching
love
it
this.
and they were goofing on
I
her.
love this for her.
I was like, how great would it be if actually Kim Cattrall and her husband was like, let's fuck with people and say we like fucking
Oh, no,
scatterboodette.
Maybe they did.
I know,
Are
that's
they
what I'm
still
saying.
together? Is Kim Cattrall and her husband still together?
Let me check.
They
Wow. Cutter, let's try this. Let's try this, babe.
Jamie, can we recreate this with you and Cutter? This would be my favorite. This would be my favorite
No,
thing.
I don't know if he'd be down, but if he's not, then you have to do it.
Okay, yeah. I would be down. I'll play that. But where are we going to get a stand-up bass?
I'm sure someone here can find one. They got me a monkey,
Yeah, that's true.
you know?
We need a stand-up bass.
Are they
for the
still
day.
married?
Doesn't look like it. Looks
Oh,
like she's had
R.I.P.
With that kind of chemistry, I can't believe
God, do I even believe in love anymore?
Yeah. Well, Jamie, do you think that, how many times do you think because you're very good at memorizing lines, how many times do you think you'd have to watch that to memorize that? Or would you want to make up your own scatting?
Oh, no, I would want to quote it word for word. I don't know, 3 or 4 times I could watch it and get it down.
You think so? Wait, let's.
If I wrote it down and then saw it on paper and then watched it a few times, then yeah.
Okay, I think. Oh man, you know what we should do? I hate dressing up for Halloween, but man, I would just.
And like the. Can you imagine if somebody actually would recognize us as dressed like that?
Yeah,
that would be
like,
even
oh my
better.
God, you're Kim Cattrall's husband. I'm like, yeah, how'd you know?
You'd have to carry a stand-up bass round all night.
Ex-husband. Yeah. I would get a like. Oh no, they're probably all hollow.
I definitely
but,
have that outfit.
Oh my God, this would be.
Yeah. I love it. I love this for us.
And you know what we should do?
We should just keep trying to just recreate videos of like weird duos like this.
Yeah, that could be our next thing. Also, I think you should try and do a version of our theme song, but like that. Or I'll do it. I'll play the bass, and you can be like, not today, pa! You know?
Okay.
I think we do it.
Okay.
I think that's a... Guys, I got to say, people are going to be very surprised. When I went to Chubby's, people, normally I only buy black clothing or very dark clothing. But when I went to Chubby's, they were willing to send me a few pair, and I thought, let me go a little crazy. So I got some bright colors. I think it's good for the summer. And speaking of summer, summer's here. Time to let the dogs out, and by dogs, we mean your legs. Chubby's Line Swim Collection is built for all-day comfort with quick, dry stretch fabric and a liner that actually works. No chafing, no soggy butt, no mesh disasters. And Chubby's biggest sale of the year is on, which means $45 bottoms, both shorts and swim trunks, and up to 65% off select gear. It's the perfect time to donate your decade-old shorts and refresh your drawer. Give your legs the summer they deserve. So don't wait. For a very limited time, shop Chubby's biggest sale of the year for $45 shorts and up to 65% off select gear. Hit up chubbysshorts.com and grab your favorite before they're gone. Miss the sale? Don't sweat it. Use our exclusive code NOTTODAY for 20% off. Support the show. Let them know we sent you when the survey asks, and get ready to turn some heads. Summer's here. Dress like it in Chubby's.
Okay, let's talk about something we all want: fuller, healthier hair. If you've been dealing with thinning, breakage, or just want to level up your hair game, check this out. The iRestore Revive Plus Max Growth Kit. You get the advanced hair growth formula, thickening shampoo and conditioner, and the growth activator serum. Pair all of that with the iRestore Elite, the most advanced at-home laser device using red light therapy, and you're setting yourself up for serious results. I have noticed my hair thinning as I've been in my 40s. It's something that freaks me out, and I finally have a solution. Give yourself the gift of hair confidence this year. For a limited time only, subscribe and save for 25% off or more, plus free shipping on the iRestore Revive Plus Max Growth Kit. And our listeners are getting a huge discount on the iRestore Elite when you use code NOTTODAY at iRestore.com. Head over to iRestore.com and use code NOTTODAY for our show's exclusive discounts. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Hair loss is frustrating. You don't have to fight it alone. Thanks to iRestore.
Okay. I have a photo for you to look at. Sometimes I get all these things.
There's a lot of things today.
That's the thing. Sometimes I get the things backed up and I'm like, all right, we need to show. There is a photo of an animal, and I want to know, do you think this is real or AI? Do you think this is a real animal?
Oh, no. No, it probably is, because that's why you're asking me, because that would definitely look like it. You immediately think you'd say AI.
Very good.
That's a real animal.
What do you think if I told you you've seen this animal before?
It's a black bear?
It's a polar bear without its fur. This is what a polar bear looks like.
Wow.
Isn't that fucking insane?
Yeah.
If they found this on like an island or like another planet or something, it would be the biggest news in the world.
Oh,
it's like, no, this shit is
looks
right
like
here.
it's from Avatar.
Yeah, this looks like.
Wow.
When I saw this, I was like, oh, this is clearly AI. And they were
so
like,
they
no.
took all the hair off to show this, or was there a reason they had to
I don't know
that?
if it's one of those, it's got a condition where it doesn't grow the hair, or if it's old and lost its hair or whatever. But he seems like he's in a zoo, because most polar bears don't have brick walls behind them. So yeah, I don't know if there was something wrong with him or whatever. But man, knowing that that's like walking around among us,
yeah,
makes you think.
Oh yeah. Imagine what a bird looks like without its feathers.
Ooh, well,
Nasty.
I might have one in my living room up on the wall soon, so
Let's do
we
it.
could figure it out. I'm ready to
Call the embalmer.
Yeah. I want to ask the Booth boys. We've never talked about your guys' like work habits. Like, you know, you guys have worked here for years. Is there someone who's always early? Is there someone who's always late? Like, what do you feel like people around here are known for?
Yeah, I like
to
that.
work or to events?
Guess who's always late?
I won't say it.
Me?
No, of course not you. I would say that. I pointed at you. No, I mean, who do you think might always be late around here?
Any?
I didn't say it. But is that the right answer?
That's one of the correct answers, but there's a few.
There's
of
a
them
few?
around here. Yeah.
Would any surprise us?
A-N-Y.
No. Okay, so one of our editors, Gamba, I used to like track. I kept a log of his like minutes late for like 3 months straight.
Oh my god!
Because he was always like, I don't know, 5 to 10 late, and I just added them up and had him come into my office. I was like, Gamba, we need to talk. Showed him the number. He hated it.
You've been late 872 times.
Right.
Is there anyone who's always early?
The social team's pretty early usually. They're like the first ones here.
That makes sense.
Respect the ladies. Yeah.
Oh, and Tyler, he's on that team.
And
too.
Tyler.
Yeah, ladies
Yeah.
and Tyler.
Of course. Yeah.
Cougar?
Oh, you're a late guy, Cougar? Yeah, he's a gambler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're checking those.
Oh,
What's profitable to
wow.
possibly put in a bet on your way
Most
here?
profitable, the odds, on me showing up early,
So
Yeah.
let me ask you something, Cougar. When you're late, do you give a fuck, or are you like are you stressing? Like, I feel bad, I'm late, or you're like, that's fine. I'll be there when I'm there.
My body language says I don't care, but inside I think I am.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
I do
like,
feel bad about
you
it.
stress a lot. You
Sure.
stress out about it a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, here's a good one. Chad, who do you think cares the least when they're late?
Cares the least?
Yeah, who's like, yeah, I'm late, so what?
Yeah, either Gamba or any. I mean, I can't speak for them.
Who
but
feels
just the
who?
manner in which they walk in.
Who seems like they actually feel bad?
Although Cougar just said he seems super calm and chill about it, but he's not.
Yeah, it can be deceiving.
Do you apologize? Because I feel like if you apologize, it's all good, right?
Who would he apologize to, though?
To the supervisor.
Who's the supervisor? Solo's the supervisor.
Wow, the young prince.
How is he as a supervisor? He's good.
You got to talk it to the
he's
mic.
the best.
He's good. He's good supervisor.
Are you saying this because you're scared, or you mean it?
No, I'm not scared of Zolo.
'Kay.
No.
You know,
he's a good supervisor.
You know what would be awesome? Have any of you ever bet on horses, like horse racing?
Yes.
So you do like the trifecta, and what we do is we don't tell anyone that we're doing this on the day we do it, and then we put in like horse racing style, who's gonna get to the office first, and we got the odds, but you do them like a trifecta, like
Can I watch the security camera for like 2 or 3 days?
You could study our horses. Yeah,
I want to watch some practice rounds. Yeah.
I have some history of like logging that kind I could take.
Ooh, you'd be good. Yeah, we
Team
might have to work in
Team
teams.
Chad.
I love that. All right, the other thing I want to know, booth boy wise, what were you guys known? Because I've asked Jamie before, like, what were you known for in high school? Like, what were you guys known for in high school? Like, most likely to, did you ever do any of that shit? Or like, if your friends were like, oh, they're definitely this, like, you were this guy.
I guess mine was interesting because like I was student body president. I did kind of a lot of stuff, but also I was fucking around a whole lot. Like I would skip school to go get high, or I got in trouble sometimes. So
That's
I don't
cool.
really know. It's kind of a
Such a cool guy, Chad. You just like
I don't know
you
about
tried it all on. I
cool,
love
but
that.
maybe more confusing to people.
No, I like it.
Yeah. Living in New York City, I was never confused by people until I spent like a year in California, and then you're just confused by so many people. It's like you look like this, like our friend Kasim. It's like he presents as a nerd, and then he drives like a Porsche, and he was smoking cigarettes, and he was talking about aliens. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like you can't get a grasp. We're in New York. It's like
So
you're this,
true.
like you're this guy.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you're a fucking
That's a
Italian
very
guy
good
at the gym.
observation.
You're a Irish guy at the bar. You just
Wow.
kind of were these things.
That's why we love New York. It's very simple to understand people.
You
and
could
who
really
they
let
are.
your guard down,
You
know? In
Absolutely.
fucking LA, they're throwing you curveballs
Oh,
left and
yeah.
right. You
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
what's going on.
It's very true. Wow.
What, by the way, as somebody who barely went to high school, when you say student body president, like this is going to sound retarded, but I've heard of that in movies, but I literally don't know what that means.
You basically kind of head the student council, and I don't know, it's sort of like a figurehead thing. I mean, you'll organize events with the rest of the student council, or just kind of represent the student body in terms of what they might want. So it's, I don't know.
Did anyone ever come to you and be like, I have a complaint. Will you take this to the principal?
I don't remember.
No, it's
but,
just
like,
bullshit.
It's
for
kind of
student.
bullshit.
Yeah, it's so bullshit.
But there were only 60 people in my class, so.
I told you I was the only person to ever be impeached from student council in my high school.
Did you?
Yeah, 'cause I didn't show up to the meetings.
You know what? I could never be in. Why I never went for student body, because Chad just explained it. I still have no idea what he was talking about.
Basically, it's a bunch of nerds who think they're better than everyone else.
Exactly.
And
it's more of a popularity contest.
Yeah.
really.
No, because everyone else hated ASB. Everyone at my school, like, all those guys are gay. You know, like it wasn't.
It was a little different in like small town Nebraska.
Yeah, it was a little different in my school
60.
too.
So wait, you got impeached?
Yeah, I got kicked out.
Were you like the president?
Secretary.
How do you lose the job as secretary? How does?
Because I didn't go to the meetings.
What were you doing? What cool people were doing, right? You
Yeah.
were driving around in cars with boys and
For
smoking
sure.
weed and
No, did not smoke weed in high school, but driving around in cars with boys.
doing
yes.
what? Like, what would you?
Listening to music, going to people's houses, making out.
See, and my thing is like, if you're not smoking weed in high school, what the fuck are you doing with all
Just
your time?
hanging
That was
out.
all we were in, like junior high. It was like, if we're skipping class for what? To go smoke 8 blunts.
No, just to hang out. Other kids smoked weed for sure, but
Yeah.
I just hung out.
So, how old were you the first time you tried weed? Do you remember?
Maybe 19,
And
20.
you hated it?
Yeah, I just didn't like the feeling. I've never liked the feeling of being out of control. I think later in life, when I was in my 30s, it was legal in California. It was like because I don't drink, it was a way, honestly, once I had kids, for me to just like calm my nervous system down. So it's never been something to be like, get fucked up and get like, you know, whatever. Weed has actually not really been that for me. It's only been like a, like, let it all go. So in high school, I was not needing that. And I didn't like feeling like out of control.
What else were you guys known for in high school?
I was voted most likely to win an Oscar. Haven't done that yet, but
Wow.
Behind the
listen.
camera or in front of the camera?
I don't know. They didn't say, just in general. Just
What do you think the vibe they had was? The
they did-
impressions, or were you like a behind the camera guy?
probably in front, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah,
The impressions is a big thing.
yeah, for sure. That's how I also was friends with like all the different groups of people, like
Yeah.
the furries, the cool people, the sports people, whatnot. So
Where did you go to school?
I went to a place called the Science Academy. So it was a school of nerds. So there was cool nerds, and then there was nerds.
You had furries in high school?
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a furry?
A furry is a
Internet.
person that likes to wear animal costumes, but they like that's like their identity. Like that's who they are. They are a dog. They are like these different.
Are you for real?
They're fursonas, as
Yeah,
they call them.
yeah. First.
Oh, this is my persona.
Yeah, they
I
got
like
different
that.
genres. They got like dogs. They do like horses and dinosaurs and whatnot. Dragons. Gets
I
pretty deep.
think there's like a kink aspect to some of it.
Mm-hmm. The
But
way I
like
dress,
every day they dress like this?
it's their life.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they wouldn't wear these elaborate costumes. They would just wear like the tails, the ears, simple stuff. But
Jamie, you've never seen like some young person at like a 7-Eleven with a tail coming out of their butt, or like they have ears on their head?
I've
No.
never seen that.
yeah,
No?
there's
No.
We got to
I
get you
see 'em
around some
everywhere.
furries. We got to get you in front of.
Yeah, this is
furries.
definitely a lane that
Wow.
you could definitely go down. And
What
find
if
some
I'm a
fun stuff.
furry?
We could
You
get a
could,
furry.
yeah.
The way that
What's
I
my
dress,
furry?
I kind of have a
You,
persona.
if you took your hood down and just had two little furry ears peeking out of your hat,
I'll do it.
it wouldn't be that odd.
Yeah, I kind of have a persona.
Should we
The
do
way
episode as furries?
I'm always in sweatpants and this hoodie.
Should we
I'm
be
basic-
furries for an episode?
See, I would rather just have furries on.
What
I
do
would
you mean
rather
have
speak
furries
to like the
on?
president of the furries, the
Like
student, the
wear
student body
the
president of the
s-
furries. Yeah. Do you have? Can you find like a short of a furry, like a serious furry that we could watch and show Jamie what it's all about?
My 11-year-old son came home from school and told me that he was learning about finances and most importantly about investing. And I was so thrilled to hear because I think that this is something, no matter how much money you have, is something you can do to set up your future. And today's episode happens to be sponsored by Acorns. Acorns is a financial wellness app that makes it easy to start saving and investing for your future. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you get started with the same spare money you've got right now, even if all you've got is spare change. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns recommends a diversified portfolio that can help you weather all the market's ups and downs. I am an idiot when it comes to this stuff, and Acorns has made it so simple and clear for me to invest for my future. Sign up now and join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $25 billion with Acorns. Head to acorns.com/nottoday or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/nottoday.
Maybe you heard the rumor that some high schools in the United States were giving students who identified as furries litter boxes to use instead of normal toilets.
And so yesterday I heard
Not
that
in
at
Texas,
least one
pal.
of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box.
To communicate this message to you.
When does it stop?
The question is, why were
Can you pause
people
this?
so ready?
Dude, can one of you guys start to identify as a furry and request a litter box in the bathroom here and not stop until we get it? I would love to walk into the bathroom here and there's just a giant shit in a litter box.
Oh my God.
I'll put Chris on it.
Yeah, somebody's got, or maybe because people don't really listen to us, but they listen to Jamie. We should have Jamie tell Tom and Christina that she's identifying as a furry and needs a litter box in the bathroom. Because they'll listen to her. With us, they'll just fucking blow us off.
Okay, you have to help me pick out my furry.
What?
But I'm not pooping in a litter box in the bathroom.
No, you don't have to. We just get it. Tanner will poop in it.
I'll poop it.
Yeah,
I'll
for
poop it. I don't
sure.
care.
And then we'll just say it was you. So what? Yeah, can you look up different furry costumes? Who, if you were a furry, who would you be? You think, Jamie?
I don't know. I need to see my options.
Well, as before it, just when you close your eyes, do you see yourself as like a little fox, a little
I see
hen?
myself as like a pony,
Oh, well, that's a whole different.
like a My Little Pony.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
Oh, that's not a furry?
Well,
That's pony play.
yeah, that's.
Are you for real? It's a whole other thing?
Yeah. But what do they call it? Not PonyCon. What's that thing called that they all go to?
The Kentucky Derby? I don't know.
Yeah.
There used to be bronies that were into My
Brony.
Little Pony.
Yeah, BronyCon, I think it's called.
Oh my God. Can you imagine if we get invited to the Kentucky Derby and I show up in a pony outfit?
That would be amazing. Well, everyone else is all fancy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see me being more like, I don't want to look like that, but like that.
I was at the FedEx store today. That guy is.
BronyCon. Oh my God.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
see,
just-
like that one.
See, there's most stuff in my life I look at and I go, I want nothing to do with this. I want nothing to do with this, but also I want to see it so bad. Like I want to be a fly on the wall.
And they just sit and talk like normal in the costume?
Go up to the guy on the left, go up like 2 rows, and then that guy on the left in the yellow. That's a pretty cool one, James.
That's fun.
I like how you could tell he's such a nerd because normally he would have just been in the black t-shirt with the laminate.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest loser look of all time. But in the costume, even like in the costume, he's trying to escape the loser and he can't do it. Why put a
Wow.
t-shirt over your fucking brony costume?
Because he's cool like that.
I don't like it.
Because that's his skin. So he's wearing, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
wow, you really relate with the bronies.
I'm figuring it out.
Maybe he
Oh.
works there.
Yeah.
He works there.
It's
He's at-
inappropriate to be
he's
topless.
at work.
Yeah, it would be inappropriate.
Yeah, you can't go nude.
Oh, here's something for you guys to find. So I got a check yesterday for 9 cents for a Saturday Night Live skit that I did
Cool.
30 years ago.
Let's get you some more money. Should we watch
I
it?
found it on Twitter.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we've got it. That's the little snippet of it.
Wow. Very, very cool.
Oh my God, Rob.
Nativity scene, Rita.
Look at that acting.
Thank you very much. Beautiful. Oh. Oh, Therese.
Great acting.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
How'd you find that?
Wow, Rob.
It's a lot easier than you think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go back to where I'm on the screen. You see my big fat face when I turn around to look up at the dad. I mean, you can't tell who's Rosie O'Donnell and who's Robert Eiler in that shot, I'll tell you.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, it's really hard to figure out who's who when you look at the...
Wow. Look at you out there with a bunch of legends.
This is before Sopranos. I was so fat. I mean, you just had to throw a windbreaker over me and hope for the best at that point.
Yeah.
It was really rough.
I thought it was funny that they included that little arrow, like the little finger pointing, just
Yes.
in case you forget who it is.
I didn't notice
I didn't
that.
see that.
I didn't notice that.
So someone else already... I thought you just found this sketch. Somebody was looking at it specifically for me?
Well, I just found it on Twitter, and I guess whoever
Posted
uploaded
it.
included this little finger pointing at you.
And
That's
this
so
is for
funny.
people who say, I got lucky with Sopranos. Hey, I was doing big
That's
things
right. Look at
before.
you.
Look at that, huh? Look at that kid. I mean,
SNL star.
the palest. Like Rosie O'Donnell's like Irish and all these dudes. Why I look so much
You're very
paler
pale.
than everyone else.
They didn't. Well, yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell lied to us too, by the way. There was like 10 kids in the scene, and she told us all like, "Oh, write your names down, and I'll get you tickets for our show." And they were like, "Write your name down and like your phone number." And this never called. Let down a bunch of little 10-year-olds.
You never forgot it.
I'd say, yeah. That kid's not doing the fucking student body president shit, That kid's smoking a cigarette behind the nativity scene.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hell
That's
yeah.
it.
Recently they did a worst character on Sopranos, and I was like, oh, like most hated, and I was like, I always am going to win this. They did it at Barstool. I didn't even make the fucking top 3.
Who was top 3? Me, for sure.
No, you weren't in there either. See? No, it was Livia. It was Nancy Marchand. It was, what was Aida's name? Janice. So Aida. And then I forget who else, but I think Livia.
Joey Pants?
No, you just hated him. Livia won, and Janice too. That was first and second place. Oh, maybe I was third. No, I think I didn't even come up.
Wow.
I didn't know people hated them. Oh no, I think I did come up, but I don't know if I was third. But yeah, I did. People really.
Wow.
I was shocked.
Yeah,
I thought it was
that
like
is
number
surprising.
1 for sure.
Yeah.
We do have a memory lane.
Let's go, memory lane. This is Marilyn Manson in 1998. Jamie, what is this?
I don't know what fucking... I remember
By the way, yeah,
this.
I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't doing anything bad. I was just listening to music. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
This is not high school. I remember this so well. My ex-husband was my manager.
Ooh.
He had attached me to go to some event. I was going to be getting paid a lot of money. And there was like a designer attached to it. We were all going to have to wear these outfits and like, not a fashion show, but like be on the stage. I didn't ask questions because I just didn't then. And I remember having to dress in like lingerie basically. And this is me trying to like act like I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, but I wasn't. I remember this night so well. Maybe 2001?
I'm not comfortable with whatever Chad's doing with his
Wow.
other hand under the desk over there. I'll tell you, that's what I'm
neither are these guys.
That's what I'm uncomfortable with.
Don't cut to the booth. Don't cut to the booth.
Wow. Okay. In all seriousness, I bust Chad's balls about he had a crush on Jamie. We revealed it here, blah, blah, blah. Do you like Jamie in her, like, in The Sopranos or when she's hanging out in a hoodie or this? Or is this like, oh, yeah, Jamie's...
He's not going to answer this.
Yeah, he will.
It's not even like that. I mean, to be honest, I had a bunch of crushes when I was a little kid.
Of course, we all did, yeah.
And I was just saying that, my parents watched Sopranos, and I thought she was cute.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
No, not
I
like,
get it.
I wasn't into adulthood. I wasn't, like, looking at these kind of things.
Of course, but my point is, like, Jamie has many different things. As a friend of Jamie, I could tell that she's uncomfortable here, so it makes me uncomfortable, but, like, as a dude, I could see not knowing a chick who I had a crush on and being like, oh, this is hot. She looks hot here. But, like, I can't, as the way I know Jamie, I can't imagine somebody looking at this and being like, oh, she looks so hot here. But am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Oh, okay.
Cutter,
so
do
you
you
could
like
tell
this?
she's uncomfortable a little.
Cutter, text me.
You
Do
could tell
like
it's,
this?
or do you only find it uncomfortable because you know Jamie too now?
I think it could be that.
I think it's that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because you got to find somebody who doesn't know Jamie and be like, can you tell Jamie's uncomfortable here? Because I look at this and I'm like, oh, God, Jamie, come on.
I'm hating my life.
It doesn't seem like your personality.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
So was your manager / husband right before you walked on the carpet like, here's a lollipop?
Dude, I'll give you a Tootsie Pop if you do it. I probably said yes. I don't remember that much detail, but I just remember this night being very uncomfortable.
Also, you're known for your hair. Your hair looks like crap. What's going on here? I feel like your hair just looks like weird. I don't know. It looks like you have like extensions or something. I don't know.
No, that's my hair, but
something weird's
I don't know.
going on.
I think there's like dots all over it. I think that's what you're seeing. all in my hair.
Yeah. So somebody doesn't use. There you go. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Also, listen. I'm anti-birds, and you're kind of giving bird vibes. 100%. With the whole,
feather,
with
ugly bird look, all of it. None of it's working for me.
Did Cutter say if this turns him on?
He didn't answer. He must be not here.
Oh, damn. All right, listen. We'll get the answer to you guys about that one next week. Our first cliffhanger.
Wow.